Hey, what's up? It's Jayy Marie. We're here at the NFO Studios. I got the one, the only, the talented Dear Silas. How you doing
I'm
today?
doing good. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful summertime shy day.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Chicago feel a lot like Mississippi when it comes to this weather. So I'm
The
right back at
the
home.
humidity.
Yeah, it's nice, hot, and sticky. But I'm happy. We alive. We blessed, and I'm happy to be here.
hmm
So yeah.
Now you are here on your. You just kicked off your tour, right?
Yeah, we starting out tonight.
Yes, kicking it off tonight in Chicago, the best city in the world. But before we get into the tour and like what we could look forward to in this tour, let's talk about this album. Amazing project, by the way.
Thank
Like when I tell you, very smooth. Like it has that Mississippi. You could hear the Mississippi in it, the feel
you.
of it. Let's talk a little bit more about like the creative process that released back in April,
Mhm.
and just like that the process of Cadillac Leather.
Man, the process of Cadillac Leather in July was just basically we wanted to have something that just invoked hotness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Something, like that's why Cadillac Leather in July. You sit in the Cadillac and you get on that leather seat and it's hot, it's gonna burn your back. You feel me? And,
You're
and
gonna
that's
stick to the seats too.
come on, 30-degree burns, baby. You don't want that. But that's what we want. We wanted to like exemplify that through the tracks and everything I was saying. And also, you know, I wanted to embrace the confidence in myself. This entire project was pretty much freestyled, and I just wanted to just be confident. Whatever came first, I just went with it, and that's kind of like the basis of it.
hmm
So yeah.
Now you've been doing this music thing for a while.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What are
hmm
some of the things like going into this project? What are some of the things that you learned as an artist from when you first started to now that you've like taken and implemented into your creative process?
I would say the biggest thing I learned is just to do you from the jump.
Mm.
Do you from the jump. It's real easy to get caught up in the trends of what's going on and seeing what everybody else going and trying to please everybody outside of
Mhm.
yourself. Um, when you do stuff like that, you might win with a couple of trends, for a certain amount of time, but eventually the people will sniff it out and they'll figure out that's not like it's not authentic to him or to her.
Mhm.
And so I would say, it took me a while to realize, like, hey man, just do what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel good, and the right people will gravitate to you.
Mm.
And once I started doing that, everything got easy.
Mm.
I wasn't chasing. I was letting everything come to me versus
Yeah.
going after it.
Now you one thing that I love about your music, past and present, is that you have this thing about you of like it just seems like some of your music has affirmations in it.
hmm
Mood, wake up, like those two for me, like mood reminds me of like, okay, I'm gonna get ready, and while I'm getting ready, like just this smooth, like yo, my outfit, I'm gonna check my outfit, make sure I look good. Wake up is like the affirmations in the morning, and even the last album that you came out with, the self love
Right,
project
right, right.
is giving self love. What what are some affirmations that you give yourself when you're getting ready to go through your creative process, when you're getting ready to hit the stage? Because you got to believe in yourself before you believe in anything else, right?
Yeah.
You got to have that confidence getting, putting projects out and even, taking the stage. So what are some affirmations that you give yourself?
I mean, everything that you've heard thus far, I got
Mm.
it. That's a record that I needed. Like all of my music is essentially made for myself first. That's
Mm.
why my name is Dear Silas, because I'm writing a letter to me, and then I'm really having to gas myself up to keep it moving, to keep it
Mm-hmm.
going, and and in turn, it's also helping other people. But like, yeah, everything you've heard, I'm a mood. I wake up knowing I'm me, knowing I'm P. Um, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I believe in me. I know I can be whatever it is. He got for me. So it's just really important for me to just really instill that confidence in myself, because you to be in the entertainment business, you got to have
Yeah.
you got to be made of steel sometimes. You got people trying you every day. But mainly it's just for me as a person, just to remind myself that I'm doing what I want to do and I'm doing what I'm passionate about, and I'm doing stuff that makes me happy versus kind of going back to what we talked about before and
Yeah.
not just seeking attention or trying to follow trends. Like I'm just doing me. So I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
remain confident in that, and that's how I build myself up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, you're a musician through and through. Like,
Mm.
playing instruments. Obviously, you write your own music and freestyling it too.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times, like artists are. I lived with a musician, so I know that y'all are like the ultimate perfectionists when it comes to sound. Like y'all could hear the smallest little key off, and like just like earlier when you was doing the trumpet, and you was like, "Yo, let me play it back. Can you add this?" What? Okay, so with this creative process, you know, um, you are your own creative, but obviously you have people that you play the music for. You help to partake in the creative. How easy or hard is that for you to allow other people into your like the creative space?
Um, I want to say it's too. I want to say it's hard. I mean, but as an artist, you know, especially when you're seasoned, you tend to know what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and you know exactly how you want to get it. So sometimes you might have a difference of opinion on certain things, but you know, I'm hard on everything that I want. Like, you know, I'm Beyonce. I'm sensitive about my, you know, whatever. So, but like as far as like, you know, collaborative efforts and bringing other people in, man, it's fun. I love doing it. So that part isn't hard. It's just I love to surround myself with other people who are, you know, like-minded and talented and just want to get together, you know, for the end result to be the best it could possibly be, you know. Outside of writing, ain't nobody writing for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so don't none of y'all ask me that. Don't ask to write nothing for me, but we can create some music though, for sure.
Now you are also, like I said earlier, you are a musician. You
Yeah.
play the trumpet,
Yep.
and the piano. Do you play any other instruments besides those two?
I could pick something up and figure it out, you know, any like brass instrument, but primarily I'm a trumpet player. That's what I started out. I've been playing since I was like I want to say 11 or 12. So like that's what I started out on piano. Don't ask me to play it right now, you know, but trumpet primarily though.
So you would say the trumpet is probably your favorite
Oh yeah,
instrument.
absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a song off your album called Baptized in Collard Greens, the ending of the song talks about how you saying like you're literally telling people like don't let nobody tell you you can't do what you want to do.
Yeah.
How have you been able to, with that mind frame, like how important is it as an artist to maneuver through the industry with that mind frame? Because I think a lot of the times, you know, especially in this industry, that it's like you have 1,000 no's before you get one yes, or like, you know, you put out a project and a lot of people may not like it, a lot of people may love it, you know. So what advice would you have to artists who are moving through this space?
Yeah, I think it's important to. I mean, it's real easy to get imposter syndrome. You know, going through, you know, this terrain of being an artist. I mean, I've been on a major label. I've been independent. I've been around people. You know, it's okay to listen to people, but sometimes it's okay to be like, nah, I got it this time, and just to trust your own instincts and your own intuition. You know, and I at one point in my life, I think I got lost in that because you're around so many people in a room and everybody in this room has done X, Y, and Z, and they've gotten these accolades and these awards, and sometimes it makes you feel small, and you feel like, you know, maybe if that person suggests something for me to do, maybe that's the right answer.
Yeah.
But it's not always the right answer. You know, everybody has a different path, a different, you know, way they're going in life, and what works for that person may not work for you. So my big thing about it is I just say, man, you know, do you, like, again, the key today is just do you. Do what makes you feel. If you feel good, do it. If you don't feel good, don't do it. That's my advice.
How do you like, because I think there's like this, and especially for like artists, there's this like constant battle of you want to, like, yes, you want to do you, but also you want people to feel what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you want to obviously make money in this, and you want to obviously, you know, be able to profit and benefit and be famous or whatever your accolades are. How do you yourself as an artist, like, is there ever a compromise for you? Are you feeling like maybe I need to compromise just slightly just to get where I need to go, and then I could go back to doing whatever I want to do? Because I feel like some artists, they'll do that. Like they'll compromise a little bit just so that they could get that notch up, and then they'll go back to doing whatever it is that feels good to them.
That's a good question. That's a great question. For me, no, there's no compromise. I can't do it. I've done it before, and I can't go back to doing that because you lose ground when you compromise. You say, okay, I'll fall back on this because this seems to work a little bit better, but at some point you're gonna want to get back to what you really want to do and who you are. And when you do that, you kind of alienate the people who like you now, and they're like, "What is that? I don't. That's not what I'm here for."
Yeah.
And so now you possibly lose fans when you could have just been trying to get the right type of fan the first time by just doing you. So I don't. For me personally, for some people it works, but for me, I don't believe in just compromising my vision. And what it is that's gonna be my final product. I feel like I can't do that, and I think just sticking to your guns and being who you are the first time around. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in here has experienced like, just wishing like, man, you know what? If I just came out and said exactly how I felt that first time, I wouldn't have to go through what I went through. So that's my 2 cents on it.
You one of the most viral songs you ever had was Skirt Skirt. It was over 2 million hits on Spotify. Do you ever feel pressure when you're making music currently to like hit that mark again, or like hit or surpass it?
Right now it's way more than that, but
it's way more than that.
Yeah, it's way more. It's way more than 2
stand
million.
corrected.
No, it's all good. But I don't, because I'm not worried about that, man. I'm in a different era of my life, and I'm not really looking to outdo what I did in the past. I'm just looking to outdo the current version of me right now. I'm just looking to be better than I was yesterday. That's as far as I'm looking back right now. 24 hours ago, what did I do yesterday? Okay, let's up that, even if it's only by 2%. And, we have surpassed that. We've surpassed that with multiple records. So, and I think the key to that is because we haven't been so concerned about trying to trump what I did in the past, But I mean, it's cool. I get that part. You always everybody wants to, excel, and they want to improve the next go around. But you can't let that be the foundation of why you do what you do. You got to keep the foundation, the love and the passion for what you do, and not so much the numbers. But yeah.
And you said you want to surpass the current version of who you are. Who is the current version of Dear Silas?
The current version of Dear Silas. Come on with these questions, like, come on now. I love that.
Call me little Miss Angie Martinez, okay?
You feel me? But yeah, man, the current version of Dear Silas is somebody who is not afraid to say no, who is not afraid to speak up for himself, who is not afraid to just be himself, as authentic as possible. I think like in the past, like I made albums about that, just me trying to shed this skin, or just being a people pleaser, making sure everybody else around me was happy when I wasn't, filling everybody else's cup when mine was already like at the bottom. So the version of Dear Silas right now is just, man, just being himself and just living in his skin, living in this moment as real as possible.
I love that.
Yeah.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes.
Okay, I hear the therapy in there. Okay. Let's speak on that though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of the times, especially men, like y'all don't want to go to therapy sometimes. How important was it for you to go to therapy, and how did that connect with your music?
Oh man, it was so important because therapy will bring out a lot of underlying, I don't want to say issues, but just things that they're not really surface that you think aren't the issue, but they're directly connected to why you do some of the things you do. But therapy was important for me because I was dealing with a lot, and it also helped me to forgive a lot of people in my life. And just by saying, you know what, I forgive that person, or whatever that situation was, they helped me in other ways that didn't have anything to do with that person. So it just kind of helps you like navigate your everyday life by, I want to say, maybe solving problems or issues that lie in other places that you wouldn't think directly correlate. Yeah.
Let's talk about this recent single, Southern Playalistic.
Yeah, Still Southern Playalistic.
Still Southern Playalistic. Now, outkast cleared this track.
Yes.
Let's talk about that and that process, but also the process of like artists getting stuff cleared, because it's not always the easiest thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really too deep. It's just, man, look, I had an idea. I'm a huge Outkast fan. Very, very influenced by Big Boy, Andre 3000, Dungeon Family, whole nine, man. CeeLo Green, all of them. And I was inspired. I said, man, I love this record, Southern Playalistic Cadillac music, and I wanted to do my own rendition of it. But I wanted to do it my way, and I wanted to do it, for today. So, because obviously it's a timeless record, but again, I wanted to put my own spin on it. But yeah, I had the idea, I reached out to my team, everything you hear on there is played, is real instrumentation. So we didn't just really just pull the master sample. You hear the keys, you hear the organ, you hear saxophone, you hear me playing trumpet. Everything is played out, and that was a cool process. But yeah, of course, you got to reach out to the people, the powers that may be, to get everything worked out. And then I was blessed and enough to get the okay, from Andre and Big Boy and everybody else that was a part of that record. So I can say, man, I leapt for joy, that day, and I'm super ecstatic about it, because they could have said, nah, this trash, I don't like it, throw it away. But they was cool with it. So.
Did it give you, like, because I personally feel like, a lot of the times artists, like, when they do sample, there is that possibility that they're like, yo, I'm not co-sign, like, because that's kind of like a co-sign.
Yeah, for sure.
How does that feel for you to know, like, they really, they cleared it, so obviously they didn't have a problem with what you put out, and they appreciated the art.
Man, the child version of me is screaming right now. Like, y'all can't see it, but I'm jumping right now. I'm about to jump out my body. But man, it's like a dream come true, man. Like, you don't think that these moments are possible when you watching these, these artists on TV. You watching them on 106 in Park when you were a kid, and you're like, man, like, one day I'm gonna be like that. But then to know that you'll be connected in some form or fashion in the future, it's amazing, man. So it's just kind of full circle for me, and it just lets me know that I'm moving in the right direction, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Absolutely. You got to keep manifesting all the great things. Now, this tour is 100% independent, which I think is amazing, because it's not easy to put together a tour.
Yeah.
Just with help, but then to do it independently is like,
it's
a big thing. Talk about this process, and like, just how much work you've put into this tour, and what everyone can expect, because like he said earlier, it kicks off tonight, but he's going city to city, some big cities on this tour. So talk about the process.
Man, look, I just want to say shout out to my manager. She is like superwoman. She does like 800 jobs in one, and she keeps it moving. And if it wasn't for her, this tour would not be happening, because I'd have pulled out my locks a long time ago. I like to just be like, man, look, I need to focus on the music. I need to show up and make sure I'm prepped and ready to perform. And she takes care of everything else. So man, like, shout out to Cookie.
Shout out Cookie.
Yeah, she really, like, if it weren't for Cookie, y'all, there would not be a Cadillac Leather in July tour. So remember that, and stop asking me about the city to come to. Ask her. If you want me to come somewhere, you need to talk to her. But nah, like, just again, it's an independent tour. So we funding everything. So it's that much more pressure, but I love the pressure. I excel in pressure. You know what I'm saying? You can throw me in the fire, and I'm gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? With no burns, you feel me? Because I'm hot. I'm a hot boy. The song Hot Boy is playing right now.
Brighter than ever, huh?
You feel me? But yeah, nah, man, we excited, man. We kicking off tonight in Chicago. I'm excited to get to these cities, and we still looking to add some more. So man, y'all keep on coming out supporting. You know what I'm saying? And the more support we get, the more cities we'll add on the tour.
What can the Village expect from this tour?
I like that question too, man. The Village can expect, obviously, you're going to hear some bops. You're going to get a good show. You're going to hear some bars. You're going to hear some trumpet playing. You're going to get the whole night. You're going to get superstar showmanship. You feel me? But the biggest thing I want the Village to know is I want you to leave. I want you to come in, and I want you to leave feeling better than you did when you came in, I should say. A big part of my show is, man, I just really I want everybody in my show to express love for themselves. Because, if you don't love yourself, you're incapable of loving anyone else. And I want to really instill that. And we do that at the shows. I make everybody, you're going to hug yourself in my show. So if you come into the show tonight, get ready to wrap them arms around yourself, because you got to have self-love, you know what I'm saying, to keep going for you and for everyone else. So, yeah, I just want everybody to know, man, you can do whatever you want to do. Remember, this tour is independent. It's possible. I'm blessed. I woke up this morning, and I get to say that my job is to rap in front of my fans, man. And I'm truly, truly grateful for that.
So one last question before we get into these rapid fire questions.
Okay.
You've been city to city now. You better answer this right.
Uh-oh.
What is your favorite city to visit? And you cannot say Jackson, Mississippi.
Ah, man, come on. You can't take that from me. You can't take that from me.
Your favorite city to perform in front of. Let's hear it.
All right, my favorite city to perform in front of, and other than Jackson, Mississippi, my favorite city to perform in front of is always the current city that I'm in.
Oh,
and right now, baby, it's
he
Chicago.
you
feel me? It might change later, but right now, Chicago.
Come on, media training.
For sure. Nah, I love Chicago, man. Last time I performed here maybe like 2 years ago, and it snowed. And I was like, oh, it was my first time having a show in Chicago, so I didn't know how it was going to go. We was just testing the market, and it was snowing. I was like, oh, my gosh, ain't nobody going to come. And like I went in the dressing room, and I came back out, it was packed. And I was like, oh, my gosh, Chicago pulled up on you. I love Chicago. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, man.